So the question on everyone's mind going into this Sunday's new WWE pay-per-view event called Battleground is, will Cody Rhodes and Goldust get their jobs back in the WWE? That question will be answered this Sunday. So with that being said, here are my predictions for WWE Battleground. So the first match on Battleground this Sunday on pay-per-view is a kickoff match before we get into Battleground, and that is Dolph Ziggler going one-on-one with the Money in the Bank briefcase winner Damien Sandow. And the only thing that bothers me about this match is that Dolph Ziggler is on the kickoff instead of the actual pay-per-view event itself. And in the same time, we see this time in, time out, where there's this curse to whoever holds the money in the briefcase. So with all that coming into play, my prediction is that Dolph Ziggler goes over Damien Sandow. The Intercontinental Championship will be on the line when Curtis Axel defends his title against R-Truth, and I don't see R-Truth winning any titles at this point in his career. So with that being said, I gotta go with Curtis Axel. He retains the Intercontinental Championship. And what I really have an issue with is that this title alone feels like it's not even there. So it's just a one-on-one match between two guys, and the title is pretty much invisible. So I'm really disappointed into how the WWE has been treating the Intercontinental Championship as of late. So this is one of those matches I'm not really interested in. As well as the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view itself is not a great pay-per-view. I'm going to pass on it. I'm just not going to buy it because there's only one thing that I'm really interested in, and that's the storyline between the Rhodes family and the McMahon's family, because Cody Rhodes and Goldust will team up to take on the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in a non-title match. I said it before, I like that it's a non-title match instead of the tag team champions be on the line, because there's something more on the line. Cody Rhodes and Goldust's career in the WWE. So with that being said, what will probably happen is Cody Rhodes and Goldust get the win. But I would also like to see a scenario where the Shield wins, and on the following night on Monday Night Raw, Vince McMahon comes out and rights all the wrongs that he has done with the Rhodes family and gives Cody Rhodes and Goldust their jobs back. That I wouldn't mind seeing, but I think that what's going to happen is that Cody Rhodes and Goldust beats the Shield this Sunday on pay-per-view. Also, AJ Lee will defend her Divas Championship against Brie Bella, and this match could go either way. I understand that, the politics backstage, they're looking for a diva on the Total Diva show to be Divas champ, so in that sense, I could see Brie Bella win, but really overall, if I really think about it, I think, in my opinion, AJ Lee should retain the Divas Championship because she is the face of the Divas division, and right now she has this bodyguard in Tamina, so something like that will probably come into play as well throughout this Divas match. So, like I said, AJ Lee retains her title. Also, CM Punk will go one-on-one with Ryback. And there's a storyline between CM Punk and Paul Heyman. CM Punk wants to get his hands on Paul Heyman so bad he can taste it. And so I think what's going to happen is that CM Punk will probably be so consumed into trying to get his hands on Paul Heyman, it costs him the match. So with that being said, Ryback for the win. And for another reason as well, we see Punk usually getting the momentum, on the show before a pay-per-view. And we see that going into SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar. So I think the same thing is going to happen with CM Punk. And Ryback pulls off the victory over Punk. Also, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. It will be Alberto Del Rio going one-on-one with Rob Van Dam in a hardcore rules match at Battleground. And I understand now they're talking about Rob Van Dam's contract being up, so he may not be on Raw and SmackDown for the next quite a while. So there's probably going to be a write-off for Rob Van Dam only for a while, and then he'll come back. So with that being said, I think what's going to happen is that Ricardo Rodriguez turns on Rob Van Dam, and that goes back to being Alberto Del Rio's manager. And with that said, Alberto Del Rio retains his World Heavyweight Championship. And the main event will be Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Here's what I think about this match. I think that if they screw over Daniel Bryan a third time, it's just not going to be, the fans are not going to be invested in it anymore. That's what I think. So with that being said, Daniel Bryan, I think, should be the winner of this match for that reason. But I think what they're going to do is have Randy Orton beat Daniel Bryan this Sunday at Battleground. So when Daniel Bryan gets his rematch at Hell in a Cell, that will be his big payoff. And there you have it. Those are my predictions for this Sunday's Battleground. Like I said before, this is not a pay-per-view I'm not going to worth buying because there's only one storyline that I'm really invested in, the Rhodes and McMahon's family, and everything else just seems second-rate and third-rate and fourth-rate. So with that being said, there's really not much going on for this Sunday's pay-per-view, so I'm not going to worth watch it, but if you want to, you can buy it, order it, watch it anywhere on WWE, Xbox, YouTube, I don't know. Well, you can watch the pre-show on YouTube, I know that. And there you have it. Those are my predictions for this Sunday's WWE pay-per-view event, Battleground. For the MRB Wrestling Review Show, I'm your co-host, Mike McRock Wilson. And to all you viewers watching, get plenty of rest, and always do your best.